What adjustments would help neurodivergent lawyers at work? Well, hello, I am a neurodivergent lawyer. So part of this is me speaking from experience, but I'm going to take you through a couple of different areas that you can focus on. Number one, time recording and admin. It's a particular area that I personally have struggled with. Remembering to time record and doing all of the admin tasks in the way that's prescribed. I often forget to do certain tasks or doing them in the wrong order. Having some support using AI and technology, also admin support to help with those more routine tasks that are absolutely essential, sometimes a task that perhaps the neurodivergent individual will forget to do. The way that I tackle admin is blocking time. Certain things that I just can't delegate to someone else, but I know that I have to do it. Blocking time to do those tasks, it massively helps me, not just because I can process that information better, but I'm less likely to miss a step. Again, thinking about what challenges are you having and how can you alleviate that disadvantage through your own management, but also the support that you might be able to get from admin staff and your manager. Number two is communication. Neurodivergent individuals definitely will be communicating differently. We all communicate differently. The way that we can support neurodivergent lawyers is to really understand those differences. Think about the impact of their processing speed and the way that they communicate, processing information, but also to understanding and learning on a particular task. So think about how they communicate, whether it's direct, indirect, verbal, visual. They're more kinesthetic when they're a learner. Really think about the different ways that we can communicate. So you have to get to know your teams to enable this kind of conversation to come to light, but also as individuals, what we can do is really understand, well, what makes us tick? How do we communicate best and communicate that to our employers? Three, sensory issues. So many neurodivergent people struggle with noise, sound, fabrics, all sorts of different things can overstimulate us in the workplace. So think about the lighting, the really bright lighting. Is there an opportunity to go to a quiet room, or can we wear headphones in the workplace, or even have a designated quiet space we can go to decompress that also has the right temperature, which often can be cooler or warmer depending on how dysregulated someone is, and thinking about the lighting in that particular room when they're wanting to deregulate from the situation. Also, think about in the environment, are you requiring people to hot desk? Is there stuff being moved around all the time? Some neurodivergent individuals really do struggle with the principle of hot desking and not having their stuff where they left it in the place that they would expect it to be. And that can cause them additional dysregulation and anxiety when they come to work each day. So consider your hot desking policies as well. Think about where you're asking people to work in the office. Another consideration from an environment perspective is, do they need to be in the office? Are there certain tasks that they can do from home? Are they able to work a more hybrid model to not only support their needs, but also the collaboration of the team? Number four, think about workflow, task allocation, delegation, and how we communicate on all of those tasks. Is it clear who's doing what when? Is it clear what you expect from that individual? And do you need to give some visual tools or checklists to support them in achieving a particular task or supporting on a project? The other thing you can consider is breaking down tasks into smaller chunks and giving more regular feedback on whether that particular task was performed as you expected, rather than giving all the feedback at the end, which can be overwhelming and quite difficult to process if they are only receiving that information auditory, for example. Number five, generally looking after the individual requires us to really think about how we manage that whole process. The starting point being, do we have psychological safety? We know that that individual is benefiting from the adjustments we've put in place. Are we getting feedback? Are we measuring the impact? Are we getting right data to understand if it's actually helping, or do they need more or less? And finally, thinking about, are the managers skilled? Do we feel as managers we are skilled to have these conversations? Do we know what we can and can't suggest as reasonable adjustments? And if we don't know that, then I'd recommend getting some training, upskilling all of the managers on how to have these more difficult conversations. If you're not a lawyer and you're wondering what adjustments might support you in the workplace, drop a comment below and I'll do another video on your particular sector or your particular profession to help you out.